Hello, everyone. Yuval Teren is here, a communication coach and human analyst. And we are here today with a very special guest. His name is Orgad Miron from Israel. He is a true purpose coach that guides people in their journey of defining their essence to their true purpose. Orgad is a very special guest for me because he guided me also through my journey, my personal journey as an NLP practitioner and in my purpose path in life, and is a very insightful person that I really wanted you to meet and hear his insights about purpose, life, and more. So, Orgad, how are you doing today?
Really, it's great to be here. Great to
I'm
see
glad
you
that you are
again.
here. Yes, great to see you again. I want to start with a little bit, maybe share with us a little bit about yourself. What is it that you're currently doing in your work life? And then we will dive into your story of what brought you into doing what you're doing.
Okay, so good evening. What am I doing in my current life? This month on 13 March, I celebrated my 58th birthday. And people tell me you look much younger than your age. So that brought me to the question, what makes people seem younger? So when I look back on my journey in life, um, currently I'm teaching 3 courses, NLP courses, practitioner master and trainers course, which was recently developed in our college, Yosmot College in Israel. So it gets me to be immersed on the NLP field and working with people to the development and growth path. So every time I think every day when we work on people on their growth, we grow also. It's some like sticks on us, their growth, and we become somewhat taller or younger, or I don't know. So it could be that, or it could be my marathon workout. So you can decide whatever you want. So
So
this is what I am currently doing.
all right, that's amazing. So I know you're doing so many things. Maybe you can give us a little bit about explanation so that people understand what is NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming,
No.
so they know a little bit about what it is in short, so they can connect with us
Okay.
to the story.
Okay. NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming. Uh, I think the best way to describe NLP is a toolkit for our mind, for the mind. We are brought to the world without any toolkit. We don't know what to do with the thing that between our shoulders, and we try our best to get along in the world, to succeed, and to communicate in a way that is effective and will bring joy and much happiness to our lives. And some of us succeed, and some of us less. So I think NLP is a toolkit. Mainly, it's a toolkit to work with our mind, with our unconscious, with the thing that hinders our wishes. When we wish for things and we want to get them, we get our unconscious mind disturbs us sometimes. So the NLP works mostly with the unconscious and helps us align it with our conscious thoughts, wishes, wants. And this is the main thing of NLP.
All right, thank you. So as I know you personally, I know you have
Mhm.
an interesting life story that brought you into the field of NLP. You did a big change in your life, because you weren't always working in the self-development field and helping people find
Yeah.
their purpose and help them with their mind. So maybe share with us a little bit about your
Okay.
life story. What brought you
Wow.
into being who you are
Okay.
today?
Okay. So I'll begin on, in Israel, you finish primary school on the 8th grade, Kita Het. And then from Kita Tet, 9th grade, I was in the military academy in Israel, which brought me into 4 years of thinking, what will I do with my life? And I think I came out with from this course in the military, 10 years course in the military, without exactly knowing what I'm going to do in my life. So the obvious choice was to go into the security field. So I worked in the security field as a personal bodyguard, as a in the defense ministry, and all sorts of project that I was involved in security detailing over there, structures, people, that sort of thing. And then I thought, okay, it was enough for me. So I went into selling. I went to working, selling things, marketing, selling. I worked in cables. I worked door to door. I have a lot of experience in door to door, knocking on people houses and offering things to them. That was the time. And I worked. I think I've changed about 15 different jobs and fields during the years till I got 42. I think I didn't know what I'm going to do when I grow old. And it was from cooking, from delivering mail, from construction worker, from I did a lot of things, but all the time I think it was on the circle. I was going around and around on circles, and without knowing what is the center, what is the point in this circle. So I think in every place that I was, in every place that I work, I did what I am doing right now as I look back on my life. But I didn't do it as a profession. I didn't do it as this is the point of why I'm doing this. In every place I've tried to better people, to see how they can make their lives better, easier, more comfortable, more, so more attuned, more precise, more exact. What fits them. So when I knew my purpose, it was a great revelation because suddenly I've stopped looking for it. I knew it. I was the thing, and I stopped spinning. That's
And
the main thing.
how come that you found your purpose? What brought
Okay,
you into finding it?
okay, okay. Wow, there are many. When you look on the events, on the events of the chain of events, of things, it seems like it's deliberate. You made it happen. Seems like you made it happen. But I think something that it wasn't me. It's like it wasn't me that doing that thing or having these opportunities. And shortly, I had an appointment in Tel Aviv that was canceled. And on my way back, uh, I remember on Glilot, Cinema City, when I'm on my way back, I remember that I got an email an evening before about Tim Kelly's True Purpose talk about True Purpose. And I remember, and my wheel, I turned the wheel right to go to Glilot. Otherwise, I would kept ahead and go to my house and without knowing about it. So I went there and I found something that was very peculiar, very mysterious, very peculiar, very unclear for me to you know we are talking right now about business, about improving our lives and about bettering, and somehow I got the voice of something that was calling me home, was calling me to myself. I cannot exactly express it, but it was something that talked to my heart, and I didn't understand it that time. But later on, as events unfold, and I go to the course with Tim Kelly and Jeffrey Van Dyke, and I found that everyone around me knew their purpose. Me, without me, means that everyone but me knew their purpose. And I felt a bit disappointed that everyone got their purpose and I didn't. So I was very disappointed for a month. And about, I think, a month or two, I got a letter from a mail from Tim. He said, I'm opening a new course in Israel, and I'm reaching out for helpers on that course. Check with your trusted source and see if it fits. And write me what your trusted source said. And I said, I have no connection with my trusted source, but I have to invent something. So I'll ask my trusted source, what is my point of being there? And wham, I got a reply. You need to prune the grapes of the vines of those who are something like that. And it wasn't my answer. So I got the connection somehow, the connection to the trusted source. That this is what I'm teaching right now, to help people to connect to the trusted source. But that wasn't the event that I found my purpose. So during this course, it was a trainer's course, True Purpose trainer's course. And I was in staff, and all the staff were connected. And all the time I was going through my mind, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? What is my purpose? And I think on the last day, on the last hour of the seminar, it just hit me. It just blew me. And I got it in Hebrew. And there it was. And it was it's some like a veil that covered my eyes all the years. It was unveiled. My purpose was unveiled to me. And since then, it is developing and changing and evolving. So this is shortly my story.
Wow.
My finding purpose.
Wow. That's a fascinating story. I love it. And so you talked about purpose a lot. Mm-hmm. And I know you deal a lot with purpose. Mm-hmm. So what is the purpose of humans? Why are we here? What is the idea of it? What is purpose?
Okay, what is purpose? Or what is the purpose of purpose?
Also.
Yeah. I think as human beings, we are thinking machines. Someone called it thinking machines. And I think in order to purpose is meaning making. Purpose is all about meaning making. And somehow, in some way, we've decided in order to find meaning of our lives, we need to establish a phrase, a meaningful that we can communicate to other people in order to feel ourselves worthiness. Okay, so so I think purpose. Everything has a purpose on our life. Everything is done as we go along. If there's a if we can see a system since since the ancient times, people work on systems. The system of family, the system of tribe, the system of a country, the system of a city. We think systematically of systems, and in the system there is no subject. The subject is a particle that needs to communicate with other particles, and it needs to serve other particles that are in his mechanism. Okay, and from the holistic approach, I think purpose is the way that we can communicate our role in the whole. Okay, purpose
All
is
right.
our role in the whole.
Our role in the
So
whole. Wow, interesting.
yeah.
So how can a person, for example, our listeners right now, they listen and maybe they ask themselves, what is their purpose? What does it mean? What is their role here?
Mm.
How can they
Oh,
find it, or maybe how they can start see a bit of light in
okay.
the confusion of this world of purpose? How can they
Yeah.
make it clear?
First of all, they can start with asking themselves, if something or someone knows the purpose, what would it be? I don't know my purpose, so what knows my purpose? So it can be something or someone that if he communicates my purpose to me, I will redeem it as right and true for me. Okay? Other people may think and may say, they can say that there's no purpose. I define my purpose. So I say what my purpose is, and whatever I say will be my purpose. That's okay too. So when someone starts to asking them what's my purpose, I can ask him what knows your purpose that can tell you your purpose. First of all, what knows your purpose? And once you know what knows your purpose and can communicate it with it, it's just a matter of time and practice in how to communicate with something that you know has your purpose. Now, that said, the problem is that most people don't believe that they can communicate with the thing that knows their purpose. So on the true purpose process that which I'm coaching people is, we just clean the, it's like a pot with the hood on, with the lid on. So we just push the lid off in order for information to get in. So I think the true purpose is, it's not about finding purpose, it's about allowing it to enter. Because purpose is brought to us every time, in every breath. When you look at things, purpose is all around us. We are doing it while we are breathing. It's just a matter of allowing us ourselves to accept what's there and put it in words. That's the main thing.
Oh, it's beautiful. I think it's something beautiful is how we can see purpose in everything around us, that everything can tell us things about our life and about what is our next step. So it's kind of
Mhm.
in simple words, I think it's kind of getting an inspiration, but in a deeper inspiration about who we are. So it's not only getting inspired, but also get the idea of who we are from this inspiration that we saw. So it's beautiful, and I think many people miss out on those opportunities of looking around and see and get all of this information. So many things happening around us, and we can learn a lot from it. And I think many people sometimes miss out of those opportunities. So it's something beautiful, actually. I think that all of our listeners, everyone, we can look more around and see what are the things around us that are here in this world already, can tell us about our next step or what we can learn from it into our life. So it's beautiful. I love it.
I agree completely.
What do you think? How NLP connects somehow to purpose? There is any connection between those two worlds that you work with, NLP and purpose?
I think it's all about structures. I think purpose is a structure, and NLP is a structure. It's not content, it's a structure. Then every individual has a content of this structure. By referring to structure, I think it's about how we build our inner representation of things. It's not the representation themselves, is the building of representation. And let me explain. If let's take spiritual people. Spiritual people, as you become more spiritual, you can see different aspects of what is. Okay? You can see connection between things. You can feel synchronicities. You get more opportunities as you get higher on your dimensional level of development. So I think it's all about structures. I think NLP and purpose and the knowledge book, and the things that I'm dealing with are dealing with structures of being, structures of existence. And I think purposeful life, connected life, working with the source, with the trusted source, working with the knowledge book, working with NLP, it all helps us to work with structures. And once you work with structures, content doesn't matter. There is no importance that for content. Content is all, it's all about what fills the gap. And this can be, it can be moved from one way to another. But once you have the patterns of things, you can fill in everything that you want in it, and it will work, because there is a pattern of everything. There's a pattern for success, there's a pattern for failure, there's a pattern for purpose, there's a pattern for knowledge, there's a pattern for faith. The existence is about patterns, and this is what I think.
So basically, what we can learn from it is, if someone wants to achieve something in their life, you share with us that there is a way, that maybe a strategy, a path that exists already in the world, that we need to take this path, this existing strategy, and follow it. And we take the strategy as a pattern, as you say, and we bring our personal world.
Yeah.
So each person can bring their own content, their own personal world into that strategy, and follow it to succeed in their path, their way.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
interesting. I think it's a lot of what NLP can teach us about how
Modeling.
the science of success, modeling, yes, how to model
Yeah.
people that already did it and find out their strategy into success and
Yeah. And strategy
use it
is
for
never
ourselves.
about content. It's always about structure.
I think it's a very important thing to know when people, because sometimes people say, wow, I can't achieve this goal. I can't
I
do
don't
it.
have that.
I don't have that. Yes. Many excuses of why we can't do things.
Yeah.
But there are ways that say, but here you are sharing with us that instead of saying I can't or I don't have, is stop for a moment, look at what are the existing strategies that we can use to apply them in our life, to change the I can't to I can do it, and it is possible for me. There is a
Yeah.
beautiful quote that says the one who says he can't and the one who says he can, they're both usually right. So
Yeah.
how we change the I can't to I can to succeed in our life. That's beautiful.
Exactly.
So if we look at our conversation today, what do you think that maybe our listeners, if they would look at all of the conversation, what is maybe one thing that they should remember to take with them and apply it after our conversation in their life? Something maybe simple idea or some kind of philosophy that they can apply in their life after our conversation here and discussion.
Okay. So I don't know your listeners, but I guess they are developers of self or self developers. So, um, you know, in the path of self achievement, self awareness, self becoming, there's a lot of struggling. There's a lot of, there's a lot of, I'm struggling with this situation because if you're not struggling, you're not developing. This is my main theme. It's all about evolution. It's all about developing and evolving. And if it's not hard, you're not evolving. So if you're in a tough space, on you're feeling stuck and you're feeling sad or low, that's a sign that you are evolving. That's a path in your evolution. Now I'm usually I'm refraining from delivering these thoughts because if someone is in the tough spot and hears me saying that, it probably annoys him. You know, what are you talking about? I'm in a down place right now, so don't tell me that I'm evolving because it doesn't feel like it. But it is. This is the structure of evolving, and we need to take upon ourselves more and more things. If we are a tube, the thickness of our tube is as thick as the thing that we put on it or in it. So sometimes people say I cannot do it, I'm stressed out, I'm stretched out, I have no time, I have no place, so try to fit in as many things that there are purpose for you. I'm not saying do just things. Do things that are purpose for you, but we be aware of the world and say yes. Say yes. If there's something that you can take from this conversation, is say yes. I said yes to this conversation, and so I'm glad to be here.
That's beautiful. So you heard Orgad. If you're struggling, it's a good sign. It means that you are in a progress. It means that you are developing yourself.
Yeah.
So don't fear struggle, embrace it and enjoy the process of the person you will become after that struggle.
Mhm.
So, Orgad, I want to thank you for being with us today and sharing with us insightful knowledge and information about NLP, purpose, and life in general. So,
Thank
thank you
you for
very
inviting
much.
me.
Yes, thank you. Have a great evening, and hopefully, I'll
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
Thank you so much. All the best.